Hi everyone, and welcome to another 20-minute kind of challenge from bits to pieces, bits in my bit box, and I'm trying to make a piece out of it. And I did cut these before I sort of cut anything off, so I'm hoping that they fit. If not, we'll just have to chop a little bit more off. So that should go into there. I think it might just be slightly wide, which is okay, that's not a problem. We have the tools. And just place this in a place of safety. So I'm just going to cut off a little bit. It wasn't massively over. But I've got a white margin down here anyway. Just so happened that this was a bit of a botanical book that I had in my pile. I don't know why, because isn't it beautiful? But obviously I've been using the rest of it for something else, and it had just got put in the junk pile. So let's just see if that now fits. Yes, perfectly. Okay, so that's great. I'll just ink around that edge that hasn't got any ink on. Just a bit of uniformity, and down the back as well. And I want to use these. I haven't got any of those fancy sort of whatever they're called things, so I'm just going to use, this is an inch strip of card, and I've just folded it in half, so I guess it's half an inch. And I just want to use these, just attach them like that, so as you can actually see there's a tag and you're able to pull it out. It might be better more centrally actually. So if I put that there, yeah, I can still, because I quite like them sort of stacked up. So I'm just going to put glue all over this. Need to fill up my little bottle of goodness here. This is Beacon 3-in-1, which is a really good glue as well. If you ask me, I don't know what the difference is between it and Fabri-Tac, but I would say I trust Fabri-Tac, to glue anything. And whenever there's a textile involved, then I will use Fabri-Tac. So let's just see where we want to place this. I would say about there. So I'm putting sort of half of it onto the journaling card and half of it off. So you've got a little tab to pull it with. Just a little bit more decoration. And make sure that you really glue that down well. We will be sewing around this, so it's it's going to get sewn in place anyway. But just for now, let's pop it in and see what it looks like. That needs a little bit of glue there. It's just thinking about coming off. So yeah, I mean that is just what I wanted. So I'm just, while I see it, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in behind there. So I can see it doesn't want to stick. So there we are. So on to our next one. And I've cut this journaling card out for it. It's really pretty. It's a pretty card. I've backed it in coffee stain paper. And let's just hope that it fits in here. Once again, it's just a little bit wide, tiny little bit. And once again, we can fix it pretty similarly. It's not much, but it's enough to stop it looking perfect. That's too much, way too much. That's about right, I'd say there. So once again, just ink down. for uniformity's sake, and on the back, and then another one of these, but this time we've got a sort of gauge to go off because I'd quite like them to be lined up like that. So I'm going to put glue all over this again. Oh, I'll put my pin back in. Like I say, it's going to be sewn, so don't worry too much about this. But we do want it stuck and in the right place before we sew it, that's the thing. So let's just pop that in there. Come on, thank you. And see where the same spot as that one is. Fumble fingers. So it's there. What it was there until I pushed it in. Let's get it out a bit more. I think this glue's just about dry now. So it's about there. Stick it down. Hopefully it'll be alright and it'll stick. Yeah, a bit longer that one than the other one. But that's fine. And then on here I've got this journaling tag. Might be from Grandma's Attic, My Porch Print, something like that. And I've obviously printed it out on very thick cream card. It's got a texture to it, but I can't imagine me using it, so I'm going to put it in that way and see if it fits. Just a little bit too long, that one. That's fine. I'm getting used to this game now. Let's take a little bit off. Don't think that's very square, to be honest with you. And this is going to go here this time. So just need to cut it to the right length, which is, just want to mark it with a pencil. It's to there. So I can just cut that off and we know we'll be right. Glue up all of that. And pop it on the end, the top of the journaling tag. It's a tag, not journaling card. Just across a little bit that way. That's it, I think. That's fine. And that's going to pop into there. Hopefully. Yes, look at that, that's lovely. Right, so we've got all our tags on, all our cards in, all our lace on. I'm still very much liking this lace being quite loose at the top and bottom, so I might just leave that. And I'm going to have to wipe this, it's really horrible. And now I'm just going to sew the journaling cards and the tag. So then the only thing left after that is really the decoration. So I'll be back in a sec. Right, so I've got those sewn up. Just cut the ends off. And then that is such a pretty journaling card. And then hopefully they'll still fit. Sometimes if things are tight when you sew them, they just end up being too tight, but hopefully these will be fine. So let's pop these back in. And this one. Leave a little tag sticking out, and the back one. Right, so that's kind of the construction done. So here we are with our envelope flippy flip, because there are 3 of them. And it turned out really nicely, I think. So that's the 1 flip, that's the 2 flip, and that's the 3rd flip there. And they've all got lovely journaling cards in, this one in particular. Look at that, it's gorgeous. And they've got these tags on them that I just want to just stick out a little bit. And so our job today is to decorate. Nothing more than that. Nice job. It's fraught with, oh, shall I do this? Shall I do that? But it is fundamentally nice. So I found this, no idea what I was going to use it for, but it's already been backed and sewn around. So that's too good a thing for me to turn down. So I'm going to pop that down there, I think. This hasn't been backed, and I probably will back it. And I think if I'm really careful, I can get that in there. Might have to trim just a little bit off the side, but I can stick that down now, definitely. And I just really do, actually I might, no, I'll use this because I haven't got much Aleene's left. So it is really right on the edge. You want a thin bead, come on, a thin bead right on the edge, because otherwise my card is not going to fit in it. It's not like I haven't got a million pieces of paper or card that I could make a pocket out of. But I want to use this one, so I'm going to try my best. So I'm just going to bring it in from both sides, just a little bit, 1/4 of an inch, say, something like that. Stick that down. I just liked it because it had green in it and yellow and pink like this. I just thought it went quite well. I'm just going to stick my pin back in there. And this is the card, the journaling, little journaling card. Oh, that looks like it's going to go in there, no problem. Excellent. So I do need to back it, however, just with a little bit of, this has been used to test out stamps and things, but you know, it's fine. So I'm just going to put some glue stick on there. I'm not going to go to the bother of sewing around this. I think if I do, it's not going to fit. It's just going to bulk it up a little bit too much to fit where I want it to go. So I'm just going to stick that down there. And I find if you, oh, look at the one place I've stuck it, never mind. Add a bit of interest to it. Just cut that out. It's a really pretty page, this. Lots of interest, which is always nice in a journaling page. That you can't see everything straight away. You've actually got to flick things around and move things. There we are, a little bit of ink around there. And a bit on the back as well. That stamp trial's not really a bother, you could easily write over that. Wasn't what I intended, but it doesn't, you know, it's not a huge problem at all. So that just is going to pop into there, leave it sticking up a little bit. It would go all in actually, but I'm just going to leave it like that. And then that's sufficient. It doesn't need any more than that, I don't think. Then we're over onto this one. Let's pull that out a little bit so you can see all of the tag, and they line up like that. And this one, I've decided actually to put this on it, and I know it's not pink, it's lilac, but it's just so pretty. It's really, really pretty, and it looks so nice against this green. And I'm going to add an additional piece of lace, and we've got, you know, other lace in other places, but I like the idea of adding a bit of lace to that. So I don't know whether to go all the way from top to bottom, possibly, or just where the card is. I think just down the side of the card actually is going to look nicest. So I'm going to use Fabri-Tac, and then because that crocheted ribbon can be quite hard to glue, it just soaks the glue up. So it's just a thin bead of Fabri-Tac down there, and I'm just going to attach this to that side. Like that, exactly like that. That's lovely. And Fabri-Tac is quite grabby, but it's not instant, so make sure that you pat it down firmly. Yeah, that's really nice. Let's chop that off level with there. And at the top we've got a bit of a curly bit. So about there, I think. Maybe cut that bit off actually. Yeah, that's nice. So we'll just affix that. I don't want to make it a pocket or anything like that. I just want it on there purely for decoration. I could move it down to the bottom if I wanted, bearing in mind that this comes over it, so well, that's quite nice actually, if you can see that. Where does it look best? I think it looks best about there. So that's where it's going. Just around the edge, a bit in the middle. I want the points of that lace to be just touching the edge. There we are. That looks so pretty. Really is very, very pretty, that. And then on this one, well, I dillied and dallied over what I was going to put on this one. In the end, I think I decided that I was going to go with this ticket. Just bring it down a little bit. Don't forget that this envelope flips this way, so don't put anything like that there, because when you do, it'll just get squashed. So I'm just going to move this down, and you see that dicky bird then, which is really quite nice. And these flowers that I've got, they came from Hobbycraft, and they come with these sort of, well, they're not sort of, you know, they're proper pretend leaves. So I'm just going to bring that over the edge of that ticket a little bit. I've got two, I don't know if you can pick it up, but they're slightly different shades. I'm just going to put one there and one nestled right up to it. But so you can see the the leaf at the bottom as well. So that's what's going to happen to that. I did toy with the idea of putting words on, smaller tickets, stamps. I've had just about everything out, every toy out the box today. But this is, I like this. I like this arrangement, and that's what's happening. Obviously yours will differ from mine, depending what you've got in your bit box. Stick that on there, just below that bird. Make sure it's something like straight. And this sort of frond, fern frond, whatever it is. I'm going to go just up the centre. With a Fabri-Tac. I want it just coming round and out like that. Lovely. So I'm going to take my old wet wipe and squash it down so it's quite firmly fixed. And then this is the flowers to go on, and as they say, the job's a good one. Next time I've got my stones out, my Hotfix gems, I'm going to put a little gem in the centre of these flowers because they've got sort of a wooden bead, and it's not the most attractive thing in the world, if I'm honest. So I think it just needs a gem in the centre, and this page that we did earlier as well, it needs a gem in the centre. So next time I've got it out doing something else, I'll just try and remember and put those in there. These fix perfectly with Fabri-Tac. Prior to owning such a joyous thing, I used to use my hot glue gun, but they do stick really nicely. So just make sure that it's down firmly. And same with this one. Just going to go to there, just so that you can see the continuation of the leaves. So there we are. I think we've finished. I think we've reached journey's end with this. So let's just have a final look at it. That's the front. It's really pretty, and it's got this lace down the side. Flips up. Behind it we've got this page with the lavender on it, which that really appeals to me. It's kind of shabby chic, so it would appeal to me. And that flips like that with this lace on it. And then at the back we've got this little pocket with a journaling card in. And they've all got journaling cards in the pockets. So there's quite a bit of journaling first and last in this, but really it's all about the style, I think. It's all about the prettiness. And there we have it. Our 3-page envelope stack is complete. Thank you for joining me. Bye.